I made an educational video where I explained how Kalista works, but in this video we will go over how to play Kalista in detail and the things that you have to look out for. So the first thing that we're gonna do here is, since we're playing against the Victor Bard, which is a mage bot lane meta, right? It's always the bot lane mage meta. We're gonna go to the Tribush here to make sure that if the lane starts and they're not covering this, we are gonna get the level 1 advantage later on. Okay, so you simply ping it like I did to the support, excuse me. We're playing in Platinum, Diamond, something like that, Emerald maybe. And again, today we'll show you how to play with Kalista, what is your objective, overall game plan, all the things that you need to know about this character. So generally speaking, the first thing that you want to do is try to get an early lead in any meaningful way. It doesn't matter in which way. Now we're going to wait a bit just to make sure that they are in the laning phase. And we go now because they are 100% in the bush. They're never not doing that. 100%, we knew it, and now the Victor is in a really weird spot because it's like, oh, what am I supposed to do, right? And I have little tempo. I'm just gonna jump. The guy exhausted, but he can't really kite away and go to the tower. So guess what will happen? Pop, he will die, and so this guy will. So we got a double kill, and as you can see, that's a really good start. We're playing in Emerald. Again, I repeat it, around Emerald 2, Emerald 1. And you can do this tiny trick against any mage. Players, they think, haha, I'm gonna stay first bash and then I'm gonna poke them. But instead you play from their back, and when you're playing little tempo, you always fuck them hard in this way. So we force the teleport already, which is pretty good. And we can do this trick infinitely, really. It doesn't matter. You can do it as many times as you want. Now I'm gonna do pickaxe and refillable instead of vampiric. Despite vampiric being really good, I prefer having more AD right now. We're also playing in Emerald, so that helps out a lot. And instead having refillable potions will be more than enough. Okay, the game plan of Kalista is to get an early lead. Any type of early lead. Once you get this early lead, you want to set up drakes every single fucking time. And you want to look to get 4 drakes 99% of your games, 75% of your games, or also force the top set objective. Now we're gonna see what's the most convenient thing for our game, and we are gonna simply apply it. I'm gonna take off melee minions. My objective is to take off melee minions. And simply let the wave come towards us like before. I'm gonna still want the wave to go towards me anyways, because I can do the same trick of before. It's like a really annoying thing for the enemy team to actually play around this, because they're like, oh fuck, now I have to cover this bush, and well, guess what? They cover the bush, but they lose the wave if they do, so they are like in a really bad spot where I play this trade, it doesn't matter, they're losing wave, they're losing wave, they're losing wave, they're losing wave. And I'm just getting a shit ton of value by doing what you're seeing. Because look, the guy just lost the wall minions, while instead I have all the wave to collect now. And as long as you don't know, you know the enemy jungler's position, right? Look at what happened here. We just managed to get another advantage just by like walking towards them. Without even hard forcing, just simply making the pressure, and they are scared of walking down the lane. That's another tiny thing that you can do. And here I can force now. It doesn't matter, Bard will probably Q and you dodge it. I'm gonna E him. I don't even know if he has E. Probably doesn't. No flash on this guy. And I think that E is cooked. And luckily the guy died. Oh, the guy dies. No flash. Unfortunate. The Kha'Zix rotation was pretty good. I wasn't really thinking about it. It's not like the shutdown does change anything in my laning phase, so that's pretty fine. Oh. The Karma Mantra W was so good as well. Congratulations to my team, they are playing really well. The guy's gonna take eventually a kill, but guys, this is a clear double kill for our jungler. And again, I have all the wave to collect now, that this is so wholesome. Actually, we're doing pretty well. Pretty sad that I didn't manage to kill off the guy, did a really clutch Q. But that's eventually a triple kill for the jungler, which, well, when you're playing Kalista, your objective is not to feed yourself, but rather to feed your team. And I will say that we are applying this concept quite well. I'm not a fan of Kalista hyper carry. So you guys have to understand that I usually play this character as like a secondary character that has to like go ahead and simply keep the lead for your team, or put them ahead in any meaningful way while putting the enemy behind. As you can see, we're applying both. We're making the enemy go behind, and we're making our jungler, our team just go ahead. Even just like looking for trades where they go full behind, those help out a lot in such games. Now, I kind of want to play for Drake, but I want to also see when the Qiyana is to base, because Qiyana is to base now. And of course, we're not gonna force prior right away. I'm gonna like do it in a few. Doing Drake with a character like Victor takes a lot of time. So we have a position where we can stay in this way for a while without any problems. And simply wait for the Qiyana to puff back to bot. She has top set camps, as you guys can see. and she's gonna come back to bot, and that's eventually when I wanna crash the wave, place vision, and all of these things. Okay, pretty good. Now, hopefully this mage meta will fade sooner or later. I am so tired of playing against mage. I always win early game. It's not like it matters that much, but it's just annoying for low elo players, I believe, or like people in general. They don't like playing against this meta. I kind of like recognize that. All my chat always comes and they say, I fucking can't do this anymore, coach. What am I supposed to do? Should I quit the game? And I'm like, dude, if you don't enjoy it, sure, quit the game. Quit when a new patch is gonna come and you're gonna enjoy playing the game again. That's fine. You don't necessarily have to enjoy it, right? Like, sadly, if you don't enjoy it, there's nothing you can do about it. And for sure, I will prefer not playing the game if I were playing more bad, or I was more tilted by playing the game in this way. So as you guys can see, we have the push, which is pretty good. I can QE this guy. My god, I missed him for so few. Now, I don't want to look for the kills necessarily, as I told you, because kills on Kalista, well, they are great. Oh my god, 300 fucking damage. That's crazy. And instead, we want to look for the Drake. So we're gonna call it out. Those guys are 1 HP. They are forced to base. I don't know if Victor has TP. Hopefully he doesn't. Because if he has TP, they have tempo advantage. Mikey Yan is ultra fed. I don't think she will lose that fight. Or eventually, if she does, I will go and make the difference. Alright. They are really low, and our objective is to simply call Drake now. We're gonna do Drake without any problems. Call the Drake, do the Drake, do the Drake. And play more towards the left side anyways. And we wanna play towards the Naafiri if possible. Pretty good. I don't know what my team is doing, but... yeah, we should have won pretty hard if the Syndra comes a bit earlier. But that's fine. I mean, the important thing is that you get towards the left, because I think that Victor based into TP. So we didn't die, we get a kill off, and we simply repeat the process now. I'm going Blade of the Ruined King. I mentioned it so many times why I like a lot the sustain that it provides, and the skirmish duel on when you hit them and you just slow them. Characters like Victor, they get slowed down and they are forced to flash away. So I like it a lot. There's nothing crazy regarding that. You can go static in such games as well, because the enemy doesn't have tanks, but I heavily advise to always go Blade if there's at least only one tank, like something like a Kesante or a Cho'Gath. You don't deal damage if you play static to those tanks, and I think that Kalista should be a tank killer in the end. That's the perk that she's really good at outside of her laning phase. So if you want to have some value for later on into the game, I heavily advise to play Blade of the Ruined King, so that at least you have this kind of power later on into the game. Now we're gonna start again, push this wave, and call Drake again. Call Drake again, call Drake again. We wanna make sure that we get this Drake. Let's enter this position to take off the ward as well. And let's not waste any time. Dekiyan is already late. She has to base into topside. So I wanna make it quick for my team. Like, I wanna make it quick for my jungler as well. I don't want him to like go behind because of that. But again, Kalista has the good perk of saying again, I can go ahead, I can go Drake, and we burst it together. So I'm just gonna Q, and the guy just bursts it right away. It takes no more than, like you see, 10 to 15 seconds. Still a bit of a waste of time. But if you do it quick at the start of the game, like the faster you do it, the better it is. And so that we can reach the third for the soul as fast as we can, and then eventually call the game on that position. Remember, my character doesn't scale infinitely. He actually doesn't. In some drafts you do, because you simply have like a really good draft, but technically when you pick this character, don't actually expect that this will happen. Okay, the guy flashed, as you guys can see, and the guy can never play here. I'm gonna ult... not really a fan of what this guy is doing. I thought he would have gone for the enemy ADC. Gotta be really careful about his TP. Oh, careful on the tower. Oh my god, this fucking tower is crazy. Yeah, we got a lot of tower shots for no reason. Not a fan of that. The guy TPs, we said that. So be really careful on not dying here. Do E and shove. Be really careful because he has ults. Pretty sure about that. He didn't use it earlier. And he probably has item advantage as well. So let's just space. No, he has no item advantage yet. Apparently I'm way more ahead. Support crashes like every Emerald game. Hopefully comes back. And we get Blade of the Ruined King now. Blade of the Ruined King will decide his laning phase 100%. And that's where we're just gonna like meld them, let's say. Now here, I will call the Karma to rotate topside. The topside objective is not done yet, and bot lane there's nothing to do. So even here, when you're playing Kalista and you have an item advantage, you ping the support. Hey, support, go topside, let's play the Void Grab here. It's really important that you do that because some people don't do that. Right now in this meta, they always do it without even you asking. But usually speaking, this is what happens. So we want to make sure that if also the jungler plays this one, we are going to be in a good position. I still don't see the jungler, so I'm never going to walk up here. See what a really good ADC does. I see Bard, but I still don't see Ka. If Kha'Zix is not here, we're not going to play. You know, we're not going to come. Because Kha'Zix might actually look for me. I know that sounds crazy, but apparently... Okay, Kha'Zix is there finally. So we know the jungler position finally. He could have looked for a pick on us, which would have been quite fun if you ask me. Oh, the guy's probably going to look for me. I'm not going to do anything meaningful here. Guy did a really good trade overall. But I still have the lifesteal of Blade, which again, I'm going to show you how I'm going to apply it. I'm just going to auto. Really simple. And you auto the wave as much as you can. And there's a moment where, well, the guy just like says, oh fuck, I mean, you're full build and the guy is not. And guess what will happen? Well, you just look to dive him and the guy is dead. Alright, pretty good. Now, I had to play a bit harder than what I expected to actually kill him, but eventually this was pretty good. And the solo kill comes out because we had item advantage. Was nice overall. This kill is not necessary. If you wonder, you can simply push and simply place a ward. If you want to test it out for yourself and you die, it doesn't matter anyways. I believe that, again, this character needs just like a slightly lead to get the first item and then you play from there. Now, the enemy has 1, 2, 3 on Ethers. So we're probably gonna go for plated steel cups. I'm gonna buy them now. We're gonna sell refillable potions because we already have Blade. So the sustain is already there. And we're gonna go plated steel cups instead. We can close the quest for so few, which is a bit unfortunate. But now we're gonna play for Drake, and what I enjoy, look at that. There's a really interesting pool of Drakes that we could get. We could get Fire Soul with this game, and we have a Syndra Kiana. And we could get a Mountain as well, something like that, which is always welcomed when you're playing with a Yorick. That has to split and never dies. Now, can you make Mantra Q maybe? Okay. Now, again, after you got the early lead, in any way, really, that doesn't have to be the way that I did. It can also be like, just like trade, know that you have a matchup, whatever. You have to try though, because Kalista plays on that, you know? She plays on... I'm so fucking dead. What is this character here? Yeah, sadly the karma was a bit blind, but that's fine. Like, she should have been a bit more near to me for sure. But this doesn't matter, right? This is not an important death again. When I play Kalista, I don't mind if I die in this way. And the important thing again is we don't die on the timer of the Drake. That's the most important thing to keep in mind. We're gonna buy a control ward as well, just for you to understand that you have to be a bit more supportive rather than like taking a lot of gold and playing in this way. And even here, some ADCs, they go mid, they go bottom here to catch the wave. I go here because Kalista is not a gather resources character, okay? You have to play the fight. You have to be the first. And if you're not the first and you miss out on the important fight, your character is not useful. So always keep this in mind. Now we're gonna control over this position. And I think that this guy walking here is... as you can see, we already punished quite well. The guy is dead. Now, I probably shouldn't have stolen that, but that's fine. Now, if he does nothing, he can get knocked up. And yeah, Yon also made a mistake. See what I'm saying? Like, the important thing when you play Kalista is to get these fights off. It doesn't matter if you lose a wave. It doesn't actually matter, because you're not a scaler. You're not a character that has to scale, and if you lose a wave, well, you're cooked. The whole concept of scaling as Kalista stands behind taking Drakes, winning fights, and or even just like playing the fight, dying, and leaving your team with like an advantage. The mistake that I did was probably to take the 2 kills. You should leave at least 1 from my perspective, because your team is investing time on like coming to the fight, and well, you don't want to take everything. Let's say that's the important part. Now I'm so fucking dead. Oh, the bar did a really good thing here. Oh my god, please kill him. I misplayed so hard, so I die. It's a really good double kill on Yon. I wouldn't enjoy to actually give kills on this character, which is a bit unfortunate. I shouldn't have overextended here, that's my fault. We had to prepare for this top shot objective. I heavily believe that we are in time anyways. And we should be able to win it quite hard, because we have the top lane prio. Again, even here, guys, what do? We take bot lane or we go topside? Right? If you are following what I'm saying, we go topside and we make sure that we're gonna get the Herald. Because as a team, you want to play in this way. It doesn't matter if this guy takes bot lane T1. Yeah, it's going to become Thanos eventually. But our objective is to get all the objectives in the game without fumbling, without actually making a mistake. And so going bot side will just mean that we will make a mistake by going there. Alright, we're gonna get this one. Speed up also the fact that, you know, Kian is taking this and... Oh, is he fine? Yeah, he's fine. Alright, we speed up the fact that Kian has to take this. You know, it takes a lot of time to take objectives usually. But with Kalista, you can speed up the process quite fast. And again, it feels pretty good to do that. I'm gonna probably take a top lane wave just really, really quick. I don't know if I can actually match this character. I'm not so sure about that. Damage of Nafiri is always a bit weird. You know, she lets you with something and you get one-shotted out of an hour. So we're gonna take this top lane wave. And for now, we have a timer where, like, nothing is happening. And we kind of have to create plays at this point. Like, we have to create positions where our team is gonna win. And how I do it is simply by playing on the guy that I actually fed. So in this game, for example, we fed Kiana quite well. And I'm gonna play around the Kiana, whatever she wants to do. Now she's gonna pop towards top side. So we know that we could do, for example, an invade here at these raptors here. Now we're gonna see it. This silent play bot lane is a bit of tempo for the jungler. It's a bit of tempo. We're gonna see what happens though. Of course, the guy just does that anyways. It's fine, you know. It's not as bad as it seems. But of course, delaying your camps is never the best play ever available for a jungler in Season 16. We're gonna take this one. Bam, bam, bam. Now, control ward the position. I heavily believe that if they're not making a play to bot lane, well, guess what? They are making a play here. The guy pushes top lane, comes mid lane. This guy comes here and he comes mid lane. If they don't commit there, they can only commit bot side, and if they commit bot side, we're gonna commit mid lane. That's about it. I think that the guy... Yeah, the guy who rotated there, they got another shutdown on the Yone, which is not that fun. Another shutdown on that character. Duh. We don't like that. He scales a lot. Scales a lot, and it's not something that we enjoy seeing. Once again, we should have tried to invade this camp after Kiana did this, but we're too late. So we're gonna say no. He didn't kill anyways, sadly, but it was a really deep play. If Kiana, again, didn't play for bot lane, we could have done it after camps, but that's okay. You have to follow your team eventually and see what they do. Now, we're really near to Ginsos, and of course, we are gonna take this wave so that we get Ginsos, and we're gonna play that fight. From that position, we are gonna get Terminus later on, and then just go probably any armor item. Even a Frozen Art, realistically speaking, this game seems pretty strong. Shop this one, QE, and then we base and we prepare for this Drake right here. Okay? See, we are playing by the book in this game as Kalista. It doesn't matter if, again, you make a few mistakes. The important thing is that you try, and you eventually learn a lot. Okay, we buy the control ward, and now I want to play around where I expect a fight. I will say that the most fed character of this game is Yone, so they're gonna play around Yone, and we sort of have to play against him. It's not gonna be easy, but that's our objective, right? Pretty good damage. Ooh, Burger flipped perfectly, and the guy died. I can ult this guy. Look to just W here. Oh my god, the wolves are wall-banging my support. Did he manage to do that? No. Maybe I can Q him. I managed to Q him. He's dead. I put champion only, kill off the guy. And you see, we got the pick off before the Drake once again. This is wonderful. That's how you want to play Kalista. Look for the pick. Just 10 to 20 seconds, 45 seconds, let's say, before the Drake happens. I'm gonna play a control ward here. Bam. And let's get this Drake right now. Just try to not take every resource. Of course, in this case, I couldn't give to anyone. Unless you want to give it to Karma. So... Third Drake, and this game we have a Mountain Soul. Pretty good, consistent against the triple character that play AD, especially when we're gonna go Frozen Art. This will make us decent in the late game. That's quite interesting. Because we have plated and we can stack Frozen Art as well, and this will make us quite tanky. We're gonna be around 185 armor or something like that. That's like 73% damage reduction if we manage to get the soul, on top of the shield, of course. So... that's how you scale with this character. You see, like, it's all about, like, understanding itemization and giving your team the lead on all these objectives and playing Drakes and such. Now, pretty good. We got Terminus. Bam, bam, bam. One control ward again. I'm not buying an insane amount of control words usual as ADC, but a character that doesn't scale later on into the game can buy a few, and you definitely should if you want to play a positional playstyle. Positional playstyle simply means that you want to win a position, keep the position, and fight the position. So in that case, it is so much better to actually do it at least a few times. Don't know where the guy is. Okay. They're looking for a pick on this guy. Should be fine though. And the bards? Bard is, yeah, pretty weird. You can make a lot of fights prior to like objectives as Kalista. Like you don't really care if you die by doing them. That's the cool part of this character. You don't really care if... Oh, I can QE that. Wait, what? Oh, wait, we can see him? I didn't know that. Dude, no way. Oh my god, I killed Karma. I'm so sorry, dudes. I almost killed the guy. I didn't notice that. He actually got the aggro, don't know why. Like, I was the one eating the nest. That was pretty funny. We took the bar portal and we could never die. Yone has no ultimate as well. That's pretty good. And the scary guy again is always Yone. So if you kill Yone in this game, we know that we won, sort of. But if we don't kill the Yone, well, that seems pretty bad. Now I can kill this guy. I fucked up. I could have killed him here. Don't know the position of the other players. You see that Syndra's not pushing bot. So they could be looking for a million play now because I'm quite deep. Exactly, you see that? When you are really deep in the map and no one else is, it is really easy that they will just like walk at you and try to kill you. In that case, you simply do not play. You just walk back and wait for the next available play. I'm gonna look for this. It's really quick to bait the Nafiri to come, but eventually she's just wasting time. We can shove here. And in the meanwhile, our objective is to simply close this item. You see that I'm wasting time. They're just like coming middle and like, I can't find a play, I can't find a play. They have no hard engage and they're simply wasting a lot of resources. And instead we are getting the push. We are creating a lot of pressure on the enemy team. Now we are gonna take this wave and rotate towards bot lane because we have the priority. And as you can see, just like that, as we have priority everywhere, the guy can never enter the jungle. And he didn't die, but it's really near to that. He actually died. Pretty good. Look for a good play. Oh my god, this guy. I didn't manage to ult him. I think he was a bit too far, sadly. Okay, dudes. He's just dead. Oh my god. Tower just landed on me. That's unfortunate. But we eventually just get every kill off. Pretty good. And now we just have to base. I'm just gonna walk away from that queue. Luckily we didn't die. I don't even know if I would have won that. Like, maybe my flash is not even worth it, you know what I'm saying? But it's fine. Careful on the Kha'Zix as well. I'm gonna check with my camera. I have no idea of where he is. Thank god we didn't die. And now that's a Frozen Heart game. 3 out attackers. Stack as much armor as we can and look for the next objective, which is Mountain. We're gonna buy another control board here. Prepare for the objective. And then swing the game from there. Guys, I hope you're enjoying the content. If you do, please make sure to leave a like. If it doesn't, let me know what else you would love to see. And I don't know, just like let me know if these videos are actually helpful or not. And all the reasons behind the things that I'm doing actually make sense. I remember Kalista is like one of the weirdest champions to like understand from like a theoretical perspective. It takes a lot of like knowledge to play her well. But once you understand all these tiny things, and you have good mechanics, it is really easy to win game by game because you're playing a lot for your team, they go ahead, and you're getting every objective in the map. It's literally the best way of playing League of Legends. But you gotta play with an early lead, and if you just fuck up early game, it's really easy to like fumble, make mistakes, and it's not really what we want. So we're warning in the opposite side. We're kind of making a mistake while I'm talking. We have to push mid lane, ask someone to play silent here. And Yone is gonna move first, so we have to be really careful on mid lane. I'm gonna show this one ultra quick, but be really careful on face checking now, okay? So we are gonna farsight this just to make sure that I can see a bit of map. Never entering this for now. And we're still gonna ping help as much as we can. Control ward this position. And call help as much as you can again. Try to get it if we can. Be really careful about it. Yan is a bit late for this play. Still fine. See that the guy didn't start it yet, so we're doing really well. Was pretty good. Can hold this guy. So the enemy jungler is quite low, and they didn't manage to get it. Syndra's TP, so we can force the TP. Can W this. I think that Victor still has ultimate. We like a bit of vision. I think Karma is kind of like not warding at all. But we have the mid prio eventually. Nafiri doesn't have TP and she's topside. So eventually they'll have to fold this fight. We're gonna enter finally. And yeah, the enemy jungler was too low. He had to fold the fight. And guess what? This is Drake. My team played a bit slow here. I feel like the vision should have been placed a bit earlier. We didn't play perfectly. But that's still a soul. And again, soul win rate is actually one of the craziest things of this game. When you get a soul, the enemy team has like 20% chance of winning. And that in itself, it's already a crazy number. Like you should be winning basically 80% of your games when you have the soul. So this like shows you, mainly because again, when you have soul, you usually are also ahead and many other things. Don't necessarily think that it's solely the soul in itself. Now we're simply gonna go for Nash. Look at that, we have like 130 armor. When we close this item, we probably will have around 200, which is a crazy number actually. 200 armor against all these assassins will feel really bad for them. Oh, I fucked up, I hid. Alright, we got it off. Nice. And as we got basically every objective in this game, again, my scaling, it's literally that we got every objective. My team is scaling for me. And that's also another thing that I wanted to talk about. I will never draft too much early game. Because if anything weird happens, you also want to have the option of a scaling character. Like, let's suppose you lose lane. You want to have a Kyle, and you want to, for example, like carry her towards a good late game. That's my advice. Okay? So, you pick a character like, for example, like you see a Kyle, you see a Kassadin. You want to pick Kalista because you want to help them feed themselves. So, you're forcing early fights, you're winning those early fights, and you're making the game longer. That's when I play Kalista. I play Kalista when I see that we have a lot of scaling and I have to be the one winning early game. So we have a losing lane and I have to be the winning lane. That's when I do it. And of course, possibly win the laning phase, because if you don't, well, you're gonna lose anyways. That's the problem. The guy's probably dead. Syndra made a mistake, unfortunately. I'm gonna take my red buff now. I mean, I could leave it to no one in reality. I could leave it to Yorick, but he's on the opposite side of the map, which is a bit unfortunate. We're gonna ping him to back off. Our Syndra made a huge mistake. Don't know how she died silent here. That was a bit unfortunate. And now we're simply gonna wait for my team to settle up again. We have a Nash, and it's really sad that we're wasting so much time where the guy can't, you know, can't push T2. So here we have to place vision here. We're gonna slowly do it. I'm a bit scared of doing it without my mid laner, let's say, but we have to do it. We have to do it because else this guy will get killed. I'm gonna ult the Karma, excuse me, towards them. And I think that we're in a good position overall. I look at my armor, by the way. I'm not dying. Even if the guy stunned me, they couldn't kill me. Mountain soul difference plus armor just makes so much difference in this game. And the guy should have worded a bit better to like help the Yorick see them coming, let's say. The play was the only play available for them was this one. Okay, slow the guy off. And there's nothing else to do, so I guess we can still try to push a bit without going too crazy. Like checking out if we have some good angles and if we can get the tower, sneaking it out slowly. Alright, we managed to. Pretty good. Oh my god, that was a really good ult. But he dies anyways. We are too tanky at this point into the game. The Kiana went ahead. And from that lead, we created the 2 Drakes, 3 Drakes, 4 Drakes. And this guy can never go out of base. Look at this guy. Look at these guys. Oh no. Oh no, guys. Poor guys. Oh my god, that was crazy. And that is how you play Kalista, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned how to play a masterclass Kalista. Thank you so much for the view and see you in the next video. Bye bye.